to the World Ninja League Premier Series Season 3 for our second qualifier of the season at Rise at the Warehouse in Houston, Texas. My name is Billy Dixon. I'll be your commentator today. We've got a course designer in Quem Pham for this weekend. Super happy to have him here. My name's Billy Dixon on the commentary today. I'm going to be shortly joined by Travis Rosen out here for the second qualifier out here. Very excited to see how things are going to go at Rise. Travis, we are out here in the Texas area. How are we feeling out here today?
I'm so excited to be here, Billy. This is going to be such a great competition. Excited about this gym, Rise at the Warehouse. They've got a great facility. In fact, one of the owners is an old college teammate of mine from the University of Iowa, Ryan Meeks. So excited. It's going to be a great competition today.
Indeed, so super happy to have that little personal edge, knowing who people are when it comes to this gym. Competing at Rise is such a special experience, whether it be a qualifier, a regional competition, or even championship level status events. You can tell how much care is put in to all of these courses out here. So many great things have happened throughout this gym's lifespan. So many leagues represented, and now it is Premier Series' turn to take the wheel for the competition out here at Rise. Such a big gym, a pioneer in the Texas area. Super happy to have people competing out here today. In the kids division, we are going to be starting out with those this weekend. We have 4 female competitors and I believe 8 male competitors as well. It's going to be a very fun time overall for all of these kids competing, hoping to get a shot to qualify for our finals event at Motus Ninjas in Missouri later on this year when it gets to November. Now, with Texas being in the South Central area, we have a lot of different gyms from neighboring and even far away states. A lot of people coming in throughout all of the divisions for this weekend. Super excited to see who we can get. We're going to get a lot of diverse people throughout the ninja community out here for Rise's Premier Series, and I'm very excited to see how it's all going to go down.
Yeah, definitely, Billy. When you get an area like this where there's so many ninjas who come from far and wide, it just makes for a lot more exciting competition. And again, when you have a facility like this, so big, so diverse, you can really come up with some very creative obstacles, some very creative courses. So it's going to be a great day.
It's going to be a very great day. It's going to be a very great 2 days out here. For the first day, we have our kids division, our mature kids division. I also believe our amateur division is going to be for the Saturday, which is, I believe, the first time that's happened. Yes, there we go. We are going to have our kids male and female division starting very soon. We are currently just setting up a couple more things. And then mature kids male and female is going to be later on at 4 p.m. EST. And then later on, the final division of the day is going to be the amateur division at 6:30 EST. Very excited for everything to be going down. Tomorrow is also going to be quite the ride when it comes to all of our divisions. We have the preteen male and female division at 1:30 p.m. EST, which is going to be quite the ride. Teens is going to be following that at 4 p.m. EST on Sunday. And the elite division will be finishing things off on tomorrow's streams at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Super excited, but we're going to take a little look at how the format is going to be for all of these Premier Series competitions for across the season if you're not familiar with it. Now, the eligibility for actually getting into a Premier Series competition is different. It's based off of national rankings. So the top 25% of athletes in each division for each age category is decided off of your placement at the World Championships and your season standings. And then other people who may not have gone out to the World Championships and international people will be getting special invites to compete in the Premier Series competitions around the world. In terms of the format, we have 2 courses that are going to be ran today. We have the placement course and the challenge course. The placement course is a very simple concept. If you fall or you run out of time, your run is over. And the challenge course is going to be next after that. And the purpose of the placement course before that is to determine the run order for the challenge course. For the challenge course, you get 2 retries per athlete and 1 retry per obstacle. And the placement course seeds the run order for the challenge course. If you take the leaderboard for it and you flip it, your run order for the challenge course is decided based off the placement. And then the challenge course ultimately determines who qualifies for the finals. And because of that, the top 4 athletes from each division are going to be punching their tickets to the Premier Series finals at Motus Ninjas in Lee Summit, Missouri on November 22nd and 23rd. Motus has recently just had a massive rehaul and revamp to a new building in Missouri, and it's huge now. So many lanes, so many obstacles. We are very excited to be seeing all of the world's best athletes coming together for that finals event.
Yeah, Billy, and with the placement course format, doing that first, it's such a great thing because one, it does help the athletes get a little bit of those nerves out because even if they happen to fall a little sooner than they'd like, they're still moving on to the challenge course. The challenge course is really where it counts, but it is still very important to do well in the placement course because the better you do, the more advantageous spot you'll have to go in the challenge course. So if you get the top placement for the placement course, you can go last for the challenge course. And that way you get to watch all the other ninjas before you, see what works, what doesn't work, who fell where. It really helps your strategy. So to do well in the placement course is really, really important. But the good thing is you will move on regardless, but hopefully they'll get a better spot in the challenge course.
Indeed, so very excited to see how both of those courses fare for our kids in this division right here. I'm looking at the run order right now for our kids females and kids males. It's largely America-based, not too much international prestige out here, but we're going to be getting started with our first competitor of the day. It is Liliana Tamez out here. One great thing about Rise is their massive foam pit as well. Extends a lot of possibilities out here. We can see Liliana setting out her laches very well over it. And nice cross grip there on that PVC pipe.
Yeah, what's great about that foam pit, Billy, is that they can really help push the limits of the ninjas in a safe way. Obviously, safety is such an important thing, and Liliana is crushing these laches.
Here we go. A lot of PVC action right here. A lot of cross grip action to make sure you don't slip. One more lache down, you should be good to go. Liliana, 15 seconds left with 3 obstacles to go. Gonna be reaching out for that fidget spinner. Nice one-handed swing there. Getting all the way down. Gonna be running through over to the trampoline, over to that ring. Getting a backswing where necessary, but time is gonna run out on Liliana. A very good start to our placement course.
Yeah, she really did a good job. It's hard going first. She was right here on this fidget spinner. She linked right into that dismount. It was so impressive. She ran out of time, but a great way to finish off by Liliana.
Absolutely. Very happy to see a great start to our placement course. We are going to be getting more kid-female action on the placement course in due time. If we can quickly get a look at the obstacle list for the placement course, that would be well appreciated to see what is going through. We have the Bosu steps first off, and then 2-part laches, and then the fidgets right there, and then the trampoline to the ring, and then the truss jump, which is going to be our final obstacle on the placement course to the buzzer. Not a very high time limit either. I believe it was only just about a minute or maybe a bit less.
Yeah, and for those who are tuning in who might be a little newer to Ninja, looking at those obstacle names, you might be asking, and we've even said it already, what's a lache? And so basically that's just an element where you're swinging from one hold, could be a bar, could be some other rock climbing type holds where you swing and throw your body through the air, both hands catching the next hold. And here is our next competitor, Anakaro.
Here we go. Anakaro Ujaldi Taren, I hope I've said that right, is quickly making her way up the truss to set herself up for some laches out here, as Travis has just given the explanation toward. Going to be reaching out, utilizing that wingspan in a very good manner, reaching out and just popping along through. Very good there. Here goes Anacaro. Big swing, but unfortunately just comes up short. Lands in the foam pit. Unfortunately, going to be it for Anacaro's placement run there, but still a very well done job.
Yeah, definitely. And obviously, you could see that there was a little bit of a challenge I think she had with wingspan. The distance between those bars were pretty big. She was going to need to have a bigger swing than what she had to be able to make that grab to the next bar, but she did a great job. She's hopefully got those butterflies out, and she'll come back on the challenge course ready to go.
Absolutely. The mental game that is able to be helped out here throughout the placement course is great. Getting a bit of it's more like a warm-up course in a way that also just determines your run order for the challenge course, which is another way it can be seen. But now we have Elise Hamilton out of Houston, Texas, a home representative out here. Looks like she's representing Apex Ninjas as well, which is great to see. Some diversity throughout the gyms in the southern area. And we are excited to be getting it on right here. Elise is going to be coming on in due time. Elise likes art and swimming. She likes reading Harry Potter. Her favorite snack is tomatoes, and she wants to be a teacher when she grows up. Coming out of Houston, Texas, Apex Ninja Warriors. Very happy to have her here and to see how she does on this placement course and the challenge course later.
Yeah, definitely. What she's going through right now, I'm not sure. They're probably resetting an obstacle or something, but when you're an athlete and you're just about ready to go and then you kind of have to wait a little bit, that tests your mental fortitude, but looks like she's ready to go.
Yes, here she goes. Here we have Elise Hamilton on the placement course right now. Coming out of Houston, Texas, age 7. A minute on the clock for 6 daunting obstacles on this placement course. Building up a lot of swing, ready to go. Nice grab there to that bigger swing and jump. Gonna have to have another one right here. Moving along through. Oh, nearly had it there. You could see she really wanted to try and get a grasp on that PVC pipe with the cross grip. Just didn't work for her, unfortunately.
Yeah, similar to Anacaro, she just needed a little bit bigger swing, but you did see her trying to grab that bar with a cross grip. We call that where you have one hand on the top of the bar, the other hand underneath. It helps you get a little better hold on there. She just needed a little more swing and get that grab a little faster to that bar. But again, we'll see her in the challenge course.
Precisely so. Now coming into our final kids female competitor of the day out here for the placement course in the kids division, we've got Emma Zavala representing Mission, Texas, hoping to put in a good performance out here for the placement course at Rise.
It was what I love right there, seeing, I'm assuming that's her coach, giving her some last pointers and some tips before she goes. Just help settle her nerves, help her strategy, because as a ninja, whether you're a kid or a pro, having your strategy is so important.
Absolutely. The mental game for these young kids, just getting it out of the way within their ninja careers so they can not really worry about it later on in their lives, is a great thing to be looking at. Now, Emma, with 45 seconds left, is going to be starting out her Lachey lane above this foam pit. Maybe one more backswing will do the trick for her, and it does very well. Now, we just saw Elise Hamilton go down on this PVC pipe. Can Emma get the grab? No, unfortunately. Just can't get the distance and the grip for that PVC pipe. That's going to do Emma right there. And that's going to wrap up our kids female division on the placement course, placing Emma into 3rd place. So she's going to be running 2nd on the challenge course. So if you flip the leaderboard that you're seeing on your screens right now, that is going to be your run order for the challenge course, which is coming up after our kids male division gets underway.
Yeah, all 4 females did a great job to start off, and even the males are getting to get a little look at the course because of the girls going before them. And hats off to Liliana. She didn't finish the course, but she went pretty far, whereas the others couldn't quite make it through the first set of Lachey bars. But I think it's going to be an exciting challenge course for the females a little later on.
Absolutely. I'm very, very excited to see how things go for these young girls out here at the Texas gym. And now we're going to be moving on to our 8 kid male competitors. So in the grand scheme, there's going to be a lot more competition as opposed to the kid female division for actually getting a top 4 spot in the Motus finals later on this year. But it is going to be a fight to see who gets into those positions. And we're going to be starting out with Andre Shorts on the placement course in just a moment, coming out of Hit Squad Ninja Gym.
Yeah, Billy, it definitely does add a little bit of pressure to the males because, like you said, only 4 of them are going to get to move on. Oh, look at him, though. He's playing it up right now. He's showing the pipes. I think he's pretty confident.
Absolutely lovely stuff there. Posing for the cameras, flexing a bit. Very, very nice. I'm feeling a little jealous right now. I wish my biceps were that good.
It's okay, Billy. There's always hope.
Absolutely. Andre is giving me a bit more confidence now just watching. Coming out of Santan Valley, Arizona, a neighboring state in Texas, if my geography is correct. And Andre is getting ready to go right here. Very, very happy to be at the start line at Rise. Knows what he's in for. Just making sure his forearms are all in play right now to make sure he's all well and good for the placement course.
Yeah, what I like by just watching Andre now, he looks loose. He looks confident. Hopefully he's, focused as much as he needs to be, but he looks ready to go. Sometimes nerves can kick in and you get real stiff and tight and then wind up not competing very well. So hopefully he just goes out there and crushes this course, maybe gets our first clear.
Absolutely. It's definitely possible with the confidence that Andre is portraying right now. I'm very excited to see how he does. He's very nimble on the start line as well, so he's making sure he's all loose, ready to go. Knows what he's in for. Seen a bit of the course done by the kid females earlier as well. So I'm excited to see what's in store for Andre.
Yeah, what's going to be interesting to see is if to get a course clear, these ninjas are going to have to be super time efficient. And we have so many of those lache bars. You can't just take a lot of swings and then jump to the next and then a lot of swings. You're going to have to be really efficient. And there's a term that we call linking, where you can swing from one immediately right into the next. If any of these boys can do that, they have a very good chance of clearing the course.
Precisely so. If Andre is going to choose to link some laches, which I think he might have the confidence and skill to do, and I'm very excited to see what is going to be played off right here.
Well, like I said earlier with one of our kid female competitors, it's tough when you're ready to go, but for some reason you have to pause for a little while, whether they're setting an obstacle or going over a rules clarification or something like that. So Ninja, it's super hard physically, but it's also got that mental element that you have to learn how to overcome. And even if you have to wait a bit, when it's your turn, you still got to show up.
Absolutely so. I think Andre just getting a little bit iced on the start line at the minute, waiting to go. Hopefully all is well done. He can concentrate, still stay in the zone for an extended amount of time on the placement course as well as the start line. Just planning out his moves, making sure he's all ready to go. Trying not to overthink anything as well on the start line.
Well, I definitely know what it is to be iced, Billy. As some people tuning in might know, I was on American Ninja Warrior for 10 seasons, and I think the record of being iced I had was an hour and a half. I was ready to go and wound up having to sit for an hour and a half. So that was a bit challenging, but it was actually one of my most memorable course runs, so thankfully I was able to overcome that challenge.
Absolutely, absolutely. You know, you, Travis, are having a lot of ninja experience, can pass down a lot of wisdom throughout these younger divisions, especially the kids who are just starting out ninja, maybe only been doing it for about 1 or 2 years or so. So yeah, I'm very happy that I've got you by my side today to know what it's like to have those experiences and seeing all of these kids go through it as well.
Yeah, what I love seeing is just at this age, they're getting into ninja like this. It's so important, whether it's ninja or whatever type of sports or athletics or even just physical fitness, to exercise. Obviously, there's a lot of other things competing for attention these days, whether it be a lot of other forms of media and entertainment. So it's really great seeing people of all ages out there being athletic and fit and just crushing obstacle courses like this.
Precisely so. Again, here is the run order for all of the males out here. We have a lot of different states being represented. Andre, who is going to be coming up next, is from Arizona. Ashton Hahn, who is last up, is from Rockwall, Texas. I believe we had a level up representative out here as well somewhere, which is the North Carolina gym that holds the international qualifier for the World Ninja League Championships. Yes, Jonah Glazer is coming out from Level Up right here. I see the Level Up YouTube account in the chat as well. What's up?
Yeah, and what I will say, Billy, is obviously there are a lot of ninjas from all around, but if you are from Houston, Texas, if Rise is your gym, it is that home field advantage. You know, it's the place that you train, you're comfortable. It really can help the athletes who are from this gym or even just the area, can really help them feel a little more comfortable versus the ones who've traveled from far away or even across the country. So, but you know, that happens. You know, the better you get, the more advanced you become. You do have to travel with this. So whether you're at your home gym or one in an international location, you still have to know how to bring your A game and do your very best.
Precisely so. We have our 8 kid males right here, all well and good, wanting to put in an incredible performance for their placement course and later on the challenge course at Rise at the Warehouse. Very famous gym in the Texas area.
Yeah, actually, just even watching some of the video of this gym and seeing the facility, etc. I'm about 5 or 6 years now retired from my ninja days, well, 5 years I guess, but kind of makes me want to not necessarily come out of retirement to compete, but just go have some fun and play on some of these cool obstacles that they've got.
Absolutely. Just a lot of the fun of ninja is just going for it and loving it. And judging by the action that's going on at the start line, I believe our first competitor is going to be up next up. I don't think it's going to be Andre. I think they're going to mess around with the run order a little bit to make sure everything is all well and good. So we'll see what is going on in just a moment whilst they sort out a few NinjaWorks things.
Billy, you mentioned NinjaWorks. Would you like to explain that to anyone tuning in? What is NinjaWorks?
NinjaWorks, for those interested, is the ultimate in ninja timing systems, and it's actually one of our sponsors of the WNL and the Premier Series as a whole. They do so many great things. They are looking after the timers and the leaderboards and the buzzers and everything like that, making sure everything and all the results are kept on their website and the WNL website as well. And it's also what me and Travis are using right now to see what all these athletes are about, knowing where they're from, having a look at their biographies as well. And it looks like, courtesy of NinjaWorks, we have just had an updated run order, which I believe is up to date now. So shout outs to NinjaWorks for making sure everything is all well and sorted throughout every single World Ninja League competition that we have.
Yeah, it definitely makes having competitions like this so much better. Helps it to run so much smoother. It's very helpful.
Precisely so. We just saw there that Rise is a 5-year-old gym. Nothing has been truly established as well as Rise's adaptability and its ability to just keep in touch with what the community always wants, you know, having a look at what obstacles people are wanting to try out at different places. We can see a bunch of stuff around the gym right here. We can see in the distance a couple of pizza slices on the wall as well for trying out a couple of pizza party type movements. and being established in the pandemic year of 2020, it's overcome a lot of challenges, and it is definitely their compatibility and their ability to just get on with it has been established very, very well throughout the past 5 years in the Texas community. A lot of our top ninjas wouldn't be here without Rise.
Yeah, definitely. And having a ninja gym is so different than other types of facilities because, as you were talking about some of the creativity with gymnastics as my background, for men's gymnastics you have 6 events and they just don't change. But ninja obstacles, they change all the time, so being able to be flexible is so important.
Indeed so. And here we go. We're going to be starting out with our first kid male competitor of the placement course right here, Benjamin Hernandez Gonzalez. Coming in now, we can see Benjamin linking stuff out here, gets the grab on that PVC pipe, the rolling pipe above the stationary one, needing a lot more control. Here he goes for the second and grabs onto it very well. Coming out of Axios Ninja Warrior Academy. Here he goes, just over 30 seconds left as he makes his way over to the final PVC pipe and dismounts. Very well done right there. Now Benjamin is coming through on 2 fidget spinners, going to get a pullback from that ring and links it. Very well done there, trying to conserve a lot of time coming into the 4th obstacle, which is the ring traverse out here. Pulling back when necessary. Travis, I think time is going to run out on Benjamin.
Yeah, he was having a great run, but not quite fast enough. He was doing really good with his time efficiency, but there were still a few too many extra swings that he took, but that was a great way to start off the kids' male division.
Absolutely so. We saw a lot of potential within his fast movements earlier on in the course, and I'm very happy that we were able to see some great stuff out of Benjamin on those laches.
He struck me as a smart competitor because it was hard to see, but right before he started the ring traverse, it looked like as he was running there, he was shaking out his hands a little bit just to give those muscles a little bit of a break. So very smart move. He just ran out of time. Precisely
so. Now looking to match Benjamin's forte is Leo Bronov, coming out of Forte Fitness Center, coincidentally. 10th in the power rank as well, so a very well-established ninja throughout the kids division. And he's ready to go, quickly matching throughout those jumps, and he's linking PVC pipe movements, which is something we see out of elite ninjas. Here he goes, 45 seconds, very nice there, keeping his hips back. And it looks like, Travis, we're going to get one of our faster times throughout the entire obstacle. Looks like Leo is approaching the final bit of it with over 30 seconds.
Yeah, he's doing really good. He's not wasting any time. You could tell that he's thought through his strategy prior to his run, so he kind of knows how to approach each obstacle, how to save time, and he is going really fast.
Absolutely. See, with 15 seconds left on the clock, this is where our athletes would usually get to the trampoline. But now we can see Leo lining himself up on that door. He is going to try... Oh, I see what that move is now. Looks like you have to take a ring from the door and then do a boot scoop underneath the door. So you got to let go of it and just kind of hold on for dear life as you swing underneath the door over to the other side. That is immense stuff from our course designer, Juan Pham.
That was a very, very difficult obstacle. I was actually quite surprised, and Leo was doing great. Looked like he was fine. He bounced right up, but at first I was like, oh my goodness, that was a hard fall, but lots of mats here. Rise at the warehouse. Again, safety so important. That was a great run out of Leo.
Absolutely. That's going to put him in quite the good spot if all of these male competitors aren't able to match his caliber. But looking at someone who very much can match it is Jonah Glazer, someone out of Level Up, out of Greensboro, North Carolina. Coming along through now, some very good stuff out here. Good grab on that PVC pipe. Moving along through now. Pushing through. Gets the grab on the second PVC. Now he's going to go from PVC to another and gets it. It was a bit close though. And with 30 seconds left, it doesn't look like it's going to be one of the faster approaches to the obstacle compared to the others. But now he's going to be moving into the fidget spinners.
Yeah, I think Jonah's going to have to be really quick. He's definitely not going to have enough time.
Oh, look at that. One-handed save there from Jonah Glazer. With 10 seconds left, he is going to bound his way through these rings. Oh, but he misses the second. Tries to reach out and just tips it. And as he grabs the ring, time is going to run out on Jonah Glazer. Very, very well done there.
Yeah, that was a great effort right there. I didn't think he was going to make that grab, but again, he had that mixed grip that we talked about earlier that helped him secure the hold and continue to the next obstacle.
Now then, coming into our final 5 competitors of the kids male division, Ashton Hahn is going to be next up, coming out of Rockwall, Texas. Comes out of the Grit Ninja in Pleasantville, New York. Originally has been hooked ever since. Finally moved over to Rockwall, Texas, just outside of Dallas for the past year, and has met a lot of great ninjas. And here he is on one of the biggest stages in Premier Series as a whole at Rise. Coming in at 50 seconds now, setting his hips back on every laché that he's got to try and conserve a bit of momentum throughout each move.
I will say that I think for anyone who wants to try to clear this course, they are going to have to try to link these laches, as we've talked about, more than some of these ninjas are doing.
Oh! An early fall. It looks like both of his hands didn't grab onto that bar well enough, it looks like. Very, very close there from Ashton, but an unfortunate early exit from him. We are going to see him again later on, though, in the challenge course, and it might be relatively early as well, considering his early fall. So he might have to lock in a little bit quicker for the challenge course, which is something I hope he can do.
Yeah, as we were talking, some of those laché grabs, they use that mixed grip, which helps, but the tricky part with that is the one hand that has to go under the bar. It takes a little bit extra time for that hand to get there. So if your hands in general, overall, are a little too slow getting to the bar, it's going to be super hard to get that grab and hold on.
Now then, representing a Rise shirt, looks like he might be coming out of here as well. We have Henry Ponting. Henry was actually born in France and spent his first couple of years in the UK before moving to Houston. So we love a little bit of UK representation in some right, and Henry is linking stuff out here.
Yeah, you can tell.
He's very proud.
You can tell Henry has had a strategy of how to go through this quickly. He's making very quick work. Still does need to go a little faster, I think, if he wants to try to clear the course, but he's doing very well so far.
Definitely looking like he wants to put up one of those top times on the leaderboard as well. With 27 seconds, he's moving through the fidget spinners and links it. A bit unorthodox coming out of it, but dismounts very, very well. And with about 18 seconds left, he moves into the ring obstacle, but misses the second one, but reaches out this time.
Yeah, you know, he's trying to get as far as he can at this point. He just needs to clear this obstacle to be in the top spot, I believe, but it's going to be tight.
Oh, very, very close. Wanted to skip one of those final rings to get to that door quicker, but it didn't work out for Henry, unfortunately. Still, very well done, putting him into second place right here. So at this current rate, he could be our penultimate finisher, or penultimate challenger on the challenge course. Let's see if his time holds up.
And definitely, and shout out to, I'm not sure if that was his coach or maybe a Rise personnel, catching him, spotting him on that fall again. Just wanting to make sure every competitor is as safe as possible.
Absolutely. Ninja as a sport is quite dangerous if you think about it and you look at it on paper. But that's just a testament to how brave and serious all of these athletes can get. And it's even more impressive when some of these kids have only been doing it for even like a couple years or something. It's incredible to see how many of these guys are just able to just go at it and not leave anything behind and put it all out on the course with everything they've got.
Yeah, and it really does help with self-confidence and body awareness and just knowing what it is to really give your all to something and overcome fears and learning how to truly overcome, well, literal obstacles. But it's really a great opportunity for everyone, young and old, to be fit and do it in a fun and interesting and creative way.
Absolutely. We are now going to be moving into who we thought was going to be our first competitor of the kids male division, but here we have Andre Shorts coming out of Santan Valley, Arizona. Out here we are very excited to see him coming through, representing a Hit Squad Ninja Gym.
Now I will say already, I'm really curious how Andre's going to handle these lache bars, because it does look he's a little shorter, so he's going to need really big swings here. Let's see if he can do it.
He's utilizing his wingspan very well with that first gap right here. Gonna have to center himself out in the middle of that bar. Oh, didn't have the height though. It looks like he didn't keep his hips up too much, and that led to his fall into the foam pit. But Andre Short still put in a very solid performance on those bars. We're going to be seeing him later on the challenge course, and with him being iced for quite a while as well, it's a bit more understandable for why it could be the case for his fall, possibly. But still, we're going to see him very soon on the challenge course. As we now move in to our final two competitors of the placement course, starting out with Oliver Wallman.
What's great about... Oh, sorry about that.
You go, Travis.
Yeah, sorry. I was saying, what's great about being one of the last competitors, there's a chance that pressure's been building, you're watching everybody go, but at the same time you can see how far others have gone and what they're having a hard time with, so it gives some advantage so you know exactly what you need to do.
Precisely so, and Oliver Wallman is starting out very fast right here on these bars. Oh, look at that. He's linking every move out here up until the midpoint of the obstacle. He's linking PVCs. We don't see that very often out of kids athletes, and Oliver Wallman, surely the fastest time coming out of that obstacle.
Yeah, he was just flying right now, Billy. He did that so quickly, so efficiently. He's already on the ring traverse at 30 seconds left, so very, very fast run.
He's definitely looking for one of those top times on the leaderboard, evening himself out, ready to jump over to this door, ready for that boot scoop. And here he goes, gonna grab hold of the ring, come on down and swing over to the dismount platform and hits the buzzer! There we go, Oliver Wallman coming in, our first clear of the day at Rise at the Warehouse.
Yeah, Oliver's laches right here were so beautiful. Such little time, such little effort wasted on those, and you can see the reward of that. He had extra time left. First clear. Great job.
Very well done. Now we only have one more athlete left in the kids male division. It's going to be Jake Dechert coming out here. We've just seen Oliver get a full course clear with a buzzer at the end. Jake has now seen it happen, so let's see if he's going to be able to make it 2 buzzers.
Yeah, we'll see how Jake handles. It's helps from a mental perspective when you see somebody crush a course like we just saw Oliver do, but at the same time, it can put some pressure on you, because you know if you're going for that fastest time to have the best placement in the challenge course, you're going to need to go even that much faster. So we'll see how Jake responds.
Precisely so. We're going to be seeing Jake in just a minute, but looking at the leaderboard, Oliver Wallman up there with our first clear of the day, of the entire weekend no less. And if you currently flip this leaderboard, that is going to be a run order for the challenge course. So Oliver at the minute is in prime position to be running last as well, which gives him a bit more time to look at how all of the other obstacles are done from all of the other athletes too. And it looks like that's actually going to be it for our kids male division. We don't have a Jake, so this is our final leaderboard for the placement course out here. Very happy to see all of these guys compete and look forward to the challenge course. It's going to be quite the ride out here. We are going to be throwing over to sponsors real quick, so let's have a look at some of our incredible people that make the World Ninja League so well organized.
Ocean Needs Everyone is celebrating 5 years of saving the oceans. My name's Enzo, and through Ocean Needs Everyone, I help save the ocean by doing beach cleanups, seal and mangrove plantings, making art about recycled plastic, and making films regarding the ocean's health. How can you help save the oceans at home? Well, even if you don't live near an ocean, trash can end up in there eventually, so cut down on your use of single-use plastics. If you see trash on the roads or beaches, make sure to pick it up. Use less gas-powered vehicles, fish responsibly, and help support local organizations. I started my organization when I was 12 years old because I wanted to make a difference. So remember, you're never too young to follow your dreams and make a change. Let's all save our oceans together, one piece of trash at a time.
Want to train like a pro? DGS Ninja has you covered with obstacles designed by top athletes. Kevin Carbone, Matt Bradley, Tom Alberti, and Brett Sims. Whether you're dialing in your technique at the gym or training at home, DGS Ninja equipment is built for performance, durability, and safety. Train with confidence. Train with DGS Ninja. Find obstacles, rigs, mats, and more on dgsninja.com.
Has this ever happened to you? Where's my truck at? Ooh, I have a solution for that. Slab chalk! You take the chalk ball, put it in the mesh pocket, zip it up, slap, and get your chalk. Slab trucks are made right here in Springdale, Arkansas at Interform, the small batch manufacturing company. We're helping our community and providing local jobs to minorities and women of diverse backgrounds. I'm Joseph Rao, Ninja Warrior, rock climber, and the CEO of Slap Chalks.
Hello everybody and welcome back to the World Ninja League Premier Series qualifier at Rise at the Warehouse in Houston, Texas. My name is Billy Dixon. I am joined alongside American Ninja veteran Travis Rosen, and we are ready to be kicking off our challenge course in just a bit. Last week, we headed to Australia for our first qualifier of the season at Geelong Ninjas in Victoria, and it was an absolutely incredible way to start out the season. I was very happy with the reception that everything had. It was such a fun time overall. I really, really loved seeing an incredible qualifier over at Geelong Ninjas.
Yeah, it was really a great way to start the season, Billy. So many good athletes, so many incredible course runs, lots of fun moments watching ninjas overcome these incredible obstacles and really show off their level of fitness and what the World Ninja League is all about.
Absolutely. We can see a couple of highlights from last weekend's competition out here. We can see Lila Stone out here, who was in the kids female division with a challenge course clear, which is absolutely amazing to see. Some very, very good stuff out there. Jai Whitby as well out here, I believe in the teen division, was an absolute menace on the course with full clears in both the placement and challenge course. Was absolutely incredible to see. Super, super good in every single obstacle that he attempted. Persevered throughout literally everything on the course and cleared both courses in an absolutely amazing time. We saw Kari Whitby as well, sustained a small injury on this spinning log and then recovered on a rerun as well. So she was able to come back and overcome that injury on that spinning log and continue to put up an incredible performance. We had Yaiji Shen as well in the elite division, who was absolutely incredible. Made a great save on that cookie flip obstacle and made it through. And then Luke Schmitzer was the first person to complete the Geelong Ninjas Mega Wall, a super slippery obstacle, but due to his tall frame, both Luke Schmitzer and Riley Hume were able to make their way over the entire course on the challenge course and become absolute legends as if they weren't already and conquer the warped wall. It took Riley a couple of tries, but regardless, he made it up that massive wall and was able to hone in a challenge course buzzer, which is always great to see.
What's fun to see is when there's an obstacle that ninjas are having a hard time with, or maybe the individual ninja fell on something, or maybe even got a slight injury, to see them overcome, be able to come back and continue to persevere and finally get that course clear or that obstacle overcome. It's a great thing to see.
Absolutely an incredible thing to see. Now we can see right here with our camera angle, we are just setting up the course right now for our challenge course for our kid, female and male athletes. We are going to be with them very shortly. I think they're just looking over everything that's going on right now. They just had a walkthrough throughout the entire course, so we're very excited to see how things operate for our kid, female and male division on the challenge course. The second course of the day, the run order was decided by the placement course as well. We can see a couple of people looking through this obstacle right here. It looks to be a peg board type deal with some Monstro holds, it looks like. So I'm very excited to see how things go there.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see this challenge course, Billy, because whereas the placement course typically is a little more geared towards speed and how fast can these ninjas go through a quick course, this challenge course is usually much more physically taxing. There's going to be a lot more obstacles that test grip strength, upper body strength, balance, and agility. It really becomes much more difficult, and it really lives up to its name. It is quite the challenge.
So yeah, moving along through the kids division right here is going to be a great way to start off the weekend on the challenge course. We can see their run order right here. We're going to be starting out with Emma Zavala. There we go. Got it. For our 4 female kid athletes. And then we're going to be moving along through all of the athletes as we move on into the males and finish with Jonah Glazer as well. We have 10 obstacles on this challenge course for today. We have the split rails decision, the traverse, the third obstacle, which is the rope slack jump, the floating steps in fourth, the cliff lachey at fifth. We have the padlock at sixth, which makes it 2 competitions in a row where we've had padlocks. And then we also have blind catches, some pegs, which I assume are the ones in front of us right now, some cliff vertical limits, and then the stronghold as well. So it's going to be quite the ride out here. Just updated the run order as well, so things are all well and good for our challenge course. Travis, what are your thoughts on this course that we're seeing right now?
Honestly, I think it looks, like I said, incredibly challenging, but very exciting. I really want to see how these young athletes overcome this challenge course, because it is going to be very, very taxing. It's got some very difficult obstacles, especially for a child age group like this, the kids division. So I'm really curious to see how they handle this, but if they can overcome and clear this course, I am going to be so happy.
Absolutely, rightfully so as well. Now, Travis, you've been competing in Ninja. You started Ninja at least about 15 years ago, I want to say. So what do you think it takes to properly get the essence of taking on and completing a long course such as this challenge course right here?
Well, again, you need to know your own strengths. What are you good at, and how do you best overcome certain types of obstacles? And for me, I would always look at the entire course and do my obstacle breakdown. So mentally, I could kind of figure out, what do I need to do, not only to do each of these obstacles, but then all these obstacles in a row, because that's what happens a lot. You have people watching on TV or whatever thinking, oh, this is pretty easy, I could do this. And sometimes that is the case if you were trying maybe one obstacle, but when you have 6, 7, 8, 9, or 10 obstacles in a row, that is some incredible conditioning that you need to have to be able to do that. So really breaking down each obstacle, knowing the strategy that's going to work for you, where can you be most efficient from an energy standpoint, because you need the limited amount of energy that is in your muscles to last the entirety of the course. So however you can get through things the most efficiently, the most easiest, that's going to be the key.
It definitely will be the key for all of these young athletes trying to get a grasp on how things work in the moment, as well as looking through the course before they attempt it. It's definitely one of those moments where you have to reevaluate your entire ninja skill as a whole to think how you're going to approach all the obstacles and then further complete them. For all of these athletes right here, this is going to be your official run order as well for the kids division, starting out with Anna Caro in the kids female division, finishing off with our only clear of the day so far, Oliver Wallman, who has been on an absolute tear throughout the day. Was the first clear of the placement course throughout both genders. So we are very excited to see how Oliver is able to do throughout the entire course.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see how our kids female division starts out, because the first 3, all of them fell on the lachey jumps pretty early. So I know that they were probably a bit disappointed. I would like to see them come out, try to get some redemption, but Liliana Tamez, she did so well. She went really far, so I'm really curious to see how she does on this challenge course. But I really like to see all of them just really put their best effort forth and really crush this course, walking away feeling good about themselves.
It's important to note that Liliana Tamez has been doing ninja since 2020, and due to her being an 8-year-old, she's been doing ninja since she was about 3 years old, which is absolutely crazy out here. So even though all of these guys in the kids division don't have that much time as some other divisions may have, Liliana has already cemented her spot as more of the experienced ninja type in this roster right here. So yeah, I'm very excited to see how she's going to do. And if we're looking along through as well, we had so many more athletes in the male division who were able to progress forward as well. We had Henry Ponting also come on through as well, who I believe was able to get to the door and try and attempt the boot scoot obstacle as well. The same goes for Leo Bronov too, who comes out of Forte Fitness Center. And then, of course, we have Oliver Warman, who came along through and absolutely demolished the placement course and is also looking to demolish everything in his path right here as well.
Yeah, I definitely
15th.
think. Sorry, I
Go on.
think you're right. Billy Oliver is looking to demolish everything in his course. And as we talked about earlier, this is why doing well in the placement course is so important, because Oliver, he stands in the very last place. He gets to see every competitor go before him. So he gets to watch what works, what doesn't work, what technique is good versus bad, and then also just how far he has to go to come out with first place.
Absolutely. And considering that Oliver is also a Houston, Texas resident now as well, that might mean that he's been to Rise before. He might be familiar with just the layout of the gym. Maybe not the course that's going to be set up, because none of these guys will have seen it. But the layout of the gym and knowing how things work is going to be very important as well. So I'm very excited to see how things go for Oliver Warman, and as well as the rest of the competitors out here. I am very much hoping that all of these guys get the results that they are after.
Yeah, I agree with you, Billy. I do believe that this course, though, is gonna be very tricky. So I do hope all these young athletes are really honing in on how they want to attack the course, where they need to be super aggressive, where they maybe need to slow down and take a moment and pause and really focus. There's so many different types of strengths you need for ninja. Sometimes it's fast, sometimes it's slow, but hopefully they're all fine-tuning the way they're going to approach this course.
Absolutely. I'm very, very excited to see how all of these kids are able to do on the challenge course after going through quite the mix of results. You know, we had quite a few fails on basically every obstacle, you know. So hoping to make sure all of these kids are able to get the results that they deserve out here on this challenge course. It's going to be quite the ride, a lot of obstacles, a very long course as well. So I'm very excited to see how things go out here for our Texas qualifier in the kids division.
Yeah, what I will be interested to see as well, when you have a long course, sometimes because of nerves, because of excitement, you can start off a little too fast. And just with anyone who's done any distance races like running, sometimes you start off too fast with all the excitement, and before you know it, you're so super gassed. So knowing your level of endurance, your stamina, your conditioning is going to be very important for these kids, because sometimes the tendency is to go out with a sprint when maybe it's not quite that type of a course. Maybe you need to slow down a little bit, conserve your energy to make sure you have enough strength should you make it to the very end.
Indeed, so making it to the end in such a healthy state, and more so an energetic state as well, is definitely a aspect of the sport to look out for. Very, very happy to see how things are going to go. Getting a lot of energy coming through now. We are going to be moving on to our challenge course commencing very shortly, but whilst the final few things are just getting settled, let's have a quick word from our sponsors of the World Ninja League.
Ocean Needs Everyone is celebrating 5 years of saving the oceans. My name's Enzo, and through Ocean Needs Everyone, I help save the ocean by doing beach cleanups, CO and mangrove plantings, making art about recycled plastic, and making films regarding the ocean's health. How can you help save the oceans at home? Well, even if you don't live near an ocean, trash can end up in there eventually, so cut down on your use of single-use plastics. If you see trash on the roads or beaches, make sure to pick it up. Use less gas-powered vehicles, fish responsibly, and help support local organizations. I started my organization when I was 12 years old because I wanted to make a difference. So remember, you're never too young to follow your dreams and make a change. Let's all save our oceans together, one piece of trash at a time.
Want to train like a pro? DGS Ninja has you covered with obstacles designed by top athletes. Kevin Carbone, Matt Bradley, Tom Alberti, and Brett Sims. Whether you're dialing in your technique at the gym or training at home, DGS Ninja equipment is built for performance, durability, and safety. Train with confidence. Train with DGS Ninja. Find obstacles, rigs, mats, and more on dgsninja.com.
Has this ever happened to you? Where's my truck bag? Ooh, I have a solution for that. Slime chalks! You take the chalk ball, put it in the mesh pocket, zip it up, slap, and get your chalk. Slap trucks are made right here in Springdale, Arkansas at Interform, the small batch manufacturing company. We're helping our community and providing local jobs to minorities and women of diverse backgrounds. I'm Joseph Rao, Ninja Warrior, rock climber, and the CEO of Slap Chalks.
All right then. Thank you to all of our sponsors of the World Ninja League for helping us out in every little thing that we do. We appreciate it absolutely a lot. And now then, we are going to be moving into our first competitor of the challenge course right here, Anacaro Ugalde Terren. Age 6, coming out of McAllen, Texas. She's going to be climbing up the truss, getting ready to go for these laches out here. Building up a lot of swing. Anacaro going to be moving along. Oh, nearly had it there. Just going to have to reach forward a tiny bit more and a lot more force in those hips in order to ensure that she makes it through.
Yeah, Anacaro's going to have to really get a big swing on that, as we saw with some of these kids females on the laches in the placement round. They really need to go big because these are some big gaps between these bars. So hopefully she can get it on her second try. And even shout out to, looks like her coach there. He's a legend in his own right. This legend Sam San right there, her coach.
Sam San, an absolute legend. Here we go, Anacaro putting in a lot of force there. Oh, the fingertips were right there. You could see she had a bit of her hand over it. But unfortunately, that is going to be it. Anacaro sadly down on those laches right there. Still put in an incredible performance, though. Putting a lot of effort into those skills right there. They are difficult to master at such a young age, so we can put in a bit of sympathy for all of these guys. But we are now going to be moving on to our second competitor of the kids female division. It is going to be Emma Zavala.
Yeah, so let's see if Emma can build off what she saw from Anacara, and hopefully she can get a little bit bigger swing generated, get these laches, and on to the next obstacle.
Precisely so. Emma is now starting off. We've got 4 minutes on the clock. Here she goes. Nice recovery. Oh, but it looks like we're going to have to retry. It seems like a foot tap occurred behind that foam box right here. So Emma gonna have to hone in on her balance right here, engaging the core. Oh no, a little tumble at the end of that pipe is also going to lead to a fail there on this first obstacle. This first obstacle is proving a lot more difficult than it looks right here. Balance and powerful laches, definitely not the easiest things to do in Ninja. So let's hope that our penultimate competitor of the kids female division, Elise Hamilton, is able to come through and pull through for our kids right here at Houston.
Yeah, this is where mental fortitude is so important. When you see athletes go down right before you on some of the same obstacles, it can get into your head, and let's see if Elise can shake that off and just continue going forward, crushing this obstacle.
Which she does. She's the first person to get through that lache, and we're going to be seeing more of this course right now. Here she goes, going to be moving on through. Sam San on the sideline, traversing over, getting across those holds now. Got to reach out for that second ring right here. 30 seconds have gone off her time limit. Reaches out. There we go. Now just needs to focus on dismounting from it. Oh, nearly had it there, but thrusts on through and is not going to be able to get to the end. It looks like a bit more force and alignment is going to be needed right here. Elise Hamilton now coming in. Going to be reaching out for that ball again. Here she goes. Elise reaches out. Oh, but tried to go two-handed, it looks like. Didn't work out for her, unfortunately. Elise almost had it right there. Super, super close on that first attempt and the second attempt. Just these small things that these ninjas are doing. Great to see someone finally traverse through that first obstacle. And now we're moving on to our last competitor of the kids female division, Liliana Tamez.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how Liliana does. She obviously went further than all the other kids female athletes in the placement course. She looks very ready for this competition today. I would like to see her definitely go possibly all the way.
Possibly, yes. She put up a very, very solid run on the placement course, and Liliana is putting in a lot of good skill showcases right now in the early portions of the challenge course. You can see her going back to get a bit more power in her swing. That's some good action right there, physically, and just swings on down. And just like that, Liliana has gotten the first place finishing position of the Premier Series Kids Female Division at Rise of the Warehouse, but her run is not over yet. She's got 3 minutes and 18 seconds to show all of us what she's about, and she gets through that slack line and the steps. And she's now going to be moving on to these cliff holds right here, just traversing along through over to that ring. Ooh, nice little going underneath there. I'm going to go over down to that little board and hold up there for a second, and then presumably jump over to the next part. Come along now. Yes, very nice.
Yeah, I'm very impressed with Liliana right now. These are not easy obstacles, and even the combinations that we're seeing of these obstacles, yet she is doing so well. But this is going to be a big jump right here.
Oh, she gets it! Linking that dismount as well, putting both of her hands on one side in order to get a lot of momentum there. You can see her chalking up, getting ready to go for the next obstacle. A bunch of laches now coming in. Ooh, very nice. The flip boards on the cliffs right here. Moving on to the other one that goes down. Got to prepare for the impact on these cliffs whilst they come down as well. And she just skips that final bar as well onto the sixth obstacle now for Liliana Tamez. Lining herself up, getting ready to go for the padlock obstacle. I'm going to try her best to get that sideways lache over to that little tie. Gets it, and with the reverse, the little cross grip to boot as well. Through another obstacle. Liliana's crushing it, Travis.
Yeah, she's doing so good. This is the point in the course where you really need to know when to take a little bit of a breather, shake those arms out, help get some of that lactic acid out, but she looks like she's in control right now. She's very, very confident. I think she knows exactly what she is needing to do.
Precisely so. Lining herself up for a boot scoot for an 8-year-old right here. Not the easiest thing to do, but ooh, okay then. That is all well and good. It looks like Liliana thrusting along through that boot scoot to safety, and now she's chalking up with 3 obstacles to go. She has now got to attempt this little peg board right here. Well, it's not little, it's very big actually. So
Yeah.
she's got to get that backswing, grab the first peg, and just move along through. It looks like these spin, possibly. Yeah, it looks like these little peg holds spin, so you've really got to hone in that grip action right here. But with 30 seconds left, she's trying her best to move on through all of these holds.
Liliana is showing some tremendous upper body strength to have
Oh, yeah.
the ability to do what she's doing right now this far into the course. I'm pretty blown away.
Absolutely. You can see her. Oh, nearly had it there. She's starting to use her thumbs around the bottom half of the peg as well to make sure she's got a bit more security. But with 10 seconds left, I think she's just going to try her best to make her way through the obstacle as fast as she can, no matter the result at this point in the course. Liliana is going to be running out of time as she slips from above those pegs, but an absolutely incredible run there. Super, super proud of herself, as we can see. A lot of ninja expertise coming into everything here. She just whipped on through that boot scoot there. That was tremendous.
It really was. She showed so much confidence and so much precision. She looked truly in control on pretty much every aspect of that course. And again, it was not easy. There were so many different ninja elements. So now the kids, males, they really have their work cut out for them.
Absolutely there. This course is definitely not one to underestimate right here. For the kid females right here, Liliana Tamez has gotten first place, followed by Elise Hamilton and Emma Zavala, and Anna Caro in 3rd place overall, tied right there. Very, very happy for all of them right there. Super, super happy that they were able to get some great ninja action right here at Rise at the Warehouse, as we are now going to be moving on to our kid male division.
Similar to the kids females, Billy, I know some of these males, they went out a little sooner than they wanted to. They went out on the Lachey bars on the placement course, and so you know they want some redemption as well. Hopefully they can get it right now.
Absolutely. Now then, we have the flexing man, Andre Shorts, coming through on the first couple of moves right here. Andre now setting himself up ready for this traverse. A lot of power. Yes, you could see there his fingers just started to peel back. Got enough force to get through, though. He is 8 years old from Santan Valley, Arizona, competing for his first time after being introduced to ninja almost 3 years ago. He has trained at Hit Squad Ninja Gym and has inspired his dad, Leon Schultz, to start training as well. He's over through to the 3rd obstacle right now. You know, as someone who's been training for 3 years out here, Andre making light work of these obstacles so far, just making sure he's all ready for taking on the slack line with a straight approach and jumping over to those steps. Very nice.
I actually don't know how he made it through that, Billy, but he did a fantastic job.
Absolutely. Andre out here. Together, both him and his dad are known as the Shorts Ninjas, and his little brother Damon is eager to join them as well. He's homeschooled and also full of energy, and he splits his time between ninja, horseback riding, tumbling, and swimming. That is a very active set of activities to be getting involved in as well. A lot of coordination and core strength as well with all of them. With over 30 animals, mostly reptiles, at home, and a love for challenges, he's ready to take on the next adventure on and off the course. And now Andre is setting himself up for the jump. Oh, but he just didn't have enough power in his legs to move on through. He was a bit short there, coming up a bit short, but he now knows how to improve on his skills, Travis.
Yeah, and I will say this is going to be a difficult jump for Andre because, again, the gap there is quite large and he is a little shorter. He's going to have to be more aggressive. And I will say this could be even a bit of a scary obstacle to go 100%. But, oh, he did it.
There we go. Andre gets his redemption right here on the challenge course with that retry. Here he goes. Time is ticking, though. Gets the grab up to the ring and dismounts with ease. Now he's going to be coming up to these little cliff laches out here where these boards got to hold onto a cliff and then they tilt downward. Ooh, super, super close there. You could see his grip wasn't completely in there.
Yeah, to make a hold like that, you have to obviously get a big swing, but you also have to get your hands to that hold so fast. If you're even a split second late, it's going to be too hard. Oh.
And that's going to be it again for Andre Schultz. A very, very good way to start off the kids male division as well. Super, super happy to be getting through those obstacles. The redemption on that board coming back, that little diagonal spider flip was incredible too.
Yeah, and you know that he's got to be feeling good after how he did on the placement course to go that far on this challenge course. I think he should feel pretty good about himself right now.
Oh, 100%. It was absolutely incredible to see all of his skills come together in such a great challenge course run. As we now move on to our next competitor, which is going to be Ashton Hone.
What I mentioned this a little earlier, Billy, but as a competitor, when you're getting ready to go and you see the competitors before you go and clear certain obstacles, maybe even the entire course, it helps put you at ease a little bit from a mental standpoint because you can see that it is possible. People can do this. So even though Andre didn't finish that course, Ashton's got to be sitting there thinking, okay, I can totally do it up to, that number of obstacle at least. But hopefully he want to go beyond that. But it's just so helpful for your confidence to see the ninjas before you clear obstacles and even the course because it helps you know it can be done.
Precisely so. All of these guys very, very happy to have everything at Rise to be competing on such a great challenge course. Ashton, right here, started at the Grit Ninja in Pleasantville, New York, and has been hooked ever since. His family moved to Rockwall, Texas, just outside of Dallas this past year, and he's been able to meet a lot of great Texas ninjas. Currently in 3rd grade, and he also plays Minecraft. Has 2 younger brothers and 2 golden doodles as well. Ashton going to be taking on the course in a little bit by the looks of things, just resetting some camera stuff, making sure everything is all well and good for the viewers out here.
Yeah, one thing I want to point out for anybody tuning in, especially those who maybe have not done ninja obstacles like this, the course that we're looking at right now, even though this is just the kids division and age group, it is a very difficult course. And some of these kids already have done so well, which I think is just a testament of how athletes who do this sport have evolved over the years. When I started, this would be an incredibly difficult course for pro ninjas, but now you've got these young athletes attacking this course, doing so well. It's really impressive to see.
Absolutely, especially with all these guys just being very, very young people in the grand scheme of everything. Ashton, especially coming up next, going to be wanting to put in a lot of skills on display, and that goes for all of these guys who are still yet to run on the challenge course.
Yeah, as we talked about earlier, Billy, sometimes when you're in these competitive ninja moments and you're ready to go, but then there's a bit of a delay with whether they're resetting an obstacle or sometimes things maybe malfunction that needs a small repair. It's always a tough challenge, but again, that's just another obstacle that these ninjas learn to overcome by doing this sport. It's not always the literal obstacle, it's the mental challenge is like, okay, I'm about to compete, but now I have to wait. How do I handle this? And being able to overcome that is just another way that this can really help these athletes overcome the life obstacles that we all experience every day.
Absolutely. The mental game, being iced for an uncertain amount of time as well, can definitely be quite challenging, regardless on what course it might be. It might be just a small local competition or one of the biggest stages in the world. The feeling is still there. I know some of the best ninjas in the world over out here in the UK, and no matter the circumstances before a course, if they're iced and it starts to play with their mind a little bit, it's important that everything is kept under control mentally in order for when you inevitably run, everything is all well and good. So hopefully when you are doing the physical aspect of things, everything just comes into play because you've kept that mental game all fresh.
Yeah, typically what I would do when I was faced with situations like this, I would just close my eyes and mentally run through the course again, which is just something I would do to prep for my ninja runs and just helps you stay kind of focused and locked in.
Now then, we are back for our challenge course for the kids male division. Ashton Hahn going to be coming in, jumping up to that bar, putting in a lot of power, getting that dismount, and now Ashton's going to be coming into our second obstacle right here, just traversing through these rings and that little ball hold. Very big back swings. You can see at the peak when he's all the way at the back, he's putting in a little bit more distance in the swing to make sure he's coming along through with speed and power at the same time. Very well done there from Ashton. Just recovers at the final hurdle there of the slack line. Nearly didn't have it.
Yeah, that was
able to recover.
Yeah, that was a great save, Billy. I thought he was going down, but he just made a quick adjustment and jumped a little bit at an angle. Oh, this is a new approach. We haven't seen this yet.
Just trying to reach it out with the height that you've got. Could possibly work for some older athletes as well, due to them being biologically taller as well. But regardless, Ashton was able to make that grab without a problem. Oh, but the jump up to the ring is what got him, sadly. So he's going to have to retry it again. He knows what he has to do, just a bit more height on that jump, and I think he's golden.
Yeah, he was so close to making that jump to that ring. I really thought he had it. I would imagine if he gets to that spot again, he will definitely get it this time.
Here he goes, Ashton, jumping diagonally onto those little cliff boards where your feet are. Just one more big jump over to that ring, which he gets this time and links that dismount. You can see him. Oh, okay there, Ashton. Very, very close slip there, but here he goes up to the cliffs, and he's got him. Gets the jump up again. Is he going to go for the final bar? Nope, he's going to skip it and dismount. Now, just under 2 minutes left, Travis, now coming into the padlock. I think he's okay for time at the minute if he just carries on moving at his pace that he is now.
Yeah, if he just stays smart and continues to work each obstacle one at a time, he does stand. Oh, he did fall.
Ashton, super, super close there. It's almost like a wingnut alley type movement there, where you are getting some massive horizontal movement right there and distance to try and turn yourself around in mid-air to get to a stationary bar hold where it swings this time. Now with a minute 30, Ashton is really going to have to motor his way through and get a lot of power in this swing. I think this is the one where he should go, which he nearly had again, but that is going to be it for Ashton Hahn right there. Super, super well done though. Got his hands on the bar both times too. Super, super proud of him.
Yeah, he did really well. You could tell there at the end, he kept shaking out his hands, which is typically a sign that you're getting a bit tired. You're trying to get that lactic acid that's being built up in your muscles dispersed and done away with, so you have a little bit more strength. Typically that is something that you do when you are starting to get a bit gassed out. So I think he just ran out of gas there, but great job from Ashton.
Jonah Glazer is now coming out of Team Level Up in Greensboro, North Carolina. They train a lot of this type of stuff out there. I've seen it firsthand in person. It's absolutely an incredible facility. Jonah coming through, showing them what they're all about right now as well. With 3 minutes 35 coming into the slack line, gets a bit lower and uses the trust to try and align himself ready to go for... okay. Gonna have to give it another try there. Slack lines definitely aren't something that can be taken for granted, though they are quite difficult. And here he goes again. Jonah centering himself, got to tighten up that core, get his head straight as well. Jumps along, there he goes. Oop, don't slip, dude. Had it there, very nice.
Yeah, that was a great correction by Jonah. He obviously made it through the slack line that second time and had a little bit of a close call as he dismounted, but he was able to make the necessary adjustments, and now he is crushing this. Oh, he's doing the other approach here.
Indeed so. Jonah gets the reach out. Very, very nice there. Now he's moving along up to the cliff holds right here. Ooh, nearly had it there. Almost let it go down, but he's going to have to use his second retry on these cliff holds right here. Having a bit of time just to re-grab and make sure everything is okay. An 8-year-old that loves practicing ninja, practices at Level Up locally, Greensboro, the hometown. Yes, there he goes. His third year at Worlds was this year, and he made it to stage 3, but unfortunately his grip gives out. Super, super sad there from Jonah Glazer. Almost there on those cliff laches, but still a very solid run.
Yeah, it's definitely a good run. You saw some creativity right there. He changed up the technique on that obstacle that we saw some of the other athletes having to jump. He was able to use his long legs to just step through that, but he was getting a little tired, it looked like, on some of those cliff laches. But still, good job, Jonah.
Absolutely, super well done. Now then, Benjamin Hernandez Gonzalez is up next. Coming out of McAllen, Texas. Very fast over that balance, wants to get it done quickly. And now he's making his way over to these laches and link... Ooh, almost thought about linking that dismount with that motion. But he's making his way over to the traverse. Ooh, very fast here, Travis.
Yeah, he's definitely going quick, and that obviously can put you in a better spot, but sometimes if you go too fast, it can come back to bite you, because there were a couple holds there that he almost didn't make, but thankfully he did just do it. But sometimes when you're going super fast, that's when accidents can happen much easier.
Indeed so. Benjamin speedily made his way over that slack line earlier, and now he's setting himself up for... Oh, hello. Hold up. Beta break, question mark? He's just going around and getting straight to that second hold. I love that. Oh my gosh, that's perfect. That's actually amazing. No way he's doing this. Come on. Benjamin, yes! There we go. Not even utilizing the first board. That's insane stuff there from Benjamin.
Yeah,
Wow.
that was pretty incredible. That's one of the great things where creativity and knowing your own strengths really comes into play with these courses. Sometimes there's very specific ways.
Ooh.
Oh, he fell on that first try, but sometimes there's specific ways you're supposed to do specific obstacles, but other times you have flexibility to kind of do it the way that works best for you, and Benjamin's being super creative. Let's see if he can get redemption on this cliff lache.
Benjamin lives literally on the border of Mexico as well, in McAllen, with McAllen, Texas being his location. His ninja inspirations are both Noah Munia, Enzo Di Ferrari Wilson, as well as Abel Gonzalez too, because they are determined and never give up. Also got first place at Tier 2 in the South Central region this year, and in this season he advances to Stage 3 in the Tier 1 championships. And now here he is, has landed himself into the Premier Series as well. Now he's coming through with the padlock. 1 minute 50. Has to get some massive horizontal distance. Ooh, nearly had it. Now he's going to use a second retry. Excuse me, second retry on obstacle 6.
It's great that these athletes get these retries, but when you come down to having used your final retry, this is where the pressure is really going to be on Benjamin, because he knows if he doesn't make this, he is done.
Precisely so. Only 90 seconds left. Benjamin getting a lot of height here. Yes, there we go. Benjamin holds on to those handles. Now he's making his way up to the boot scoot. I think, yes, he's going to climb up here, get to those 2 wooden panels, and then scoot on underneath the barrier that's next to them. Oh, hold up. He's just going to take it. And then maybe boot scoot from below it. The beta breaks that we are seeing from Benjamin Hernandez-Gonzalez right now is absolutely insane. And there he goes, lands with ease.
Yeah, that is, again, creativity, knowing your own abilities. And for those of you who do not know all of the ninja terminology, when you hear terms like beta break, beta basically means technique. And so he's coming up with new techniques for some of these obstacles, and he's making short work now on these spinning pegs.
Indeed so. We have 25 seconds left for the obstacle right here, and Benjamin is trying his best to make his way through all of them. Going up each of them. He's past the moving pegs right here, and now he's going to take a massive backswing down to the platform. Now with only 5 seconds left around that time, he's going to move on to the final obstacle now with not a lot of time left. I think he's going to be timing up now. Still a very, very good run there from Benjamin. Very creative within all of the obstacles and very fast throughout them as well.
Yeah, I was really impressed with Benjamin's approach, how far he made it into that course. But again, we said it before, but he showed so much skill and creativity. It'll be interesting to see how the upcoming ninjas handle their course runs, seeing some of the new techniques that Benjamin just introduced.
Absolutely. He's given our final 3 competitors of the kids' male division a few ideas with his routes throughout the obstacles, starting out with Henry Ponting right here. We said earlier in the placement course that Henry was born in France and spent his first couple of years in the UK before moving to Houston, Texas. He's been competing in Ninja since 2023 and started Ninja as a whole in 2022. Got second place for the Texas Ninja League under 7 finals. And this is his first year competing in the WNL. He's a massive Minecraft fan. Oh my. Gonna have to build up a bit more height on that jump in order to get to that bar for Henry Ponting right here. We saw in the placement course, though, that he has a lot of power. So I'm very happy that he's linking right here, making up a bit of time for the seconds he lost for unfortunately coming short on that first little jump there.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, Billy, I think on that first jump he actually skipped the first bar. He was trying to do a big jump out straight to the second and just came up short. So super aggressive, it just didn't work out.
I see. Definitely tried it, but just didn't work for him. But then he went back and then did it the intended way, and now he's here. You can see the small little 22.2 in third place next to his name on the leaderboard implies that he is currently 22 seconds ahead of Benjamin Hernandez to this point as well in the course, which means he's currently the fastest pace that we've seen so far out of the kid males. So hopefully his seconds spent are just adding to that total. There we go, nearly 46 seconds saved, which means that he could be on our people to possibly clear if he has enough time.
Yeah, his speed is very impressive right now. I think he's on a very good pace, but he's just going to have to keep it going and obviously not make any unnecessary mistakes.
You can see he's actually like 67.5 seconds in front of Benjamin here as well. He's going for that top time, I think. Here he goes, searching for that ring on the wooden panel. And now he's just going to set his stance apart, and get ready for an equal approach for the boot scoot. With just over 2 minutes left, Henry Ponting swings on down over to safety. A very unorthodox airtime period. But now he's chalking up, ready to go for the pegboard. And with a minute in front of Benjamin Hernandez to this point, he's sitting pretty right now, Travis.
Yeah, he definitely is. This is an incredible run from Henry right now. He did really, really well in the placement course, and so I was really excited to see how Henry would do on this challenge course, and he is definitely not disappointing right now. Even right here with a new technique, this is really impressive.
Indeed so. Here he goes. 1 minute 25. Henry Ponting going to realign himself, ready to go for that dismount, and there he goes. He gets it. Now then, with a minute 10 ahead of time for Benjamin Hernandez to this point, he's going to be coming along to our penultimate obstacle right here. Just over a minute now. How's he going to fare? Moving along through the cliffs and the vertical limits right here. Just moving along through the cliffs. Going to have to get a big swing down to safety, which he does. And now on to the final obstacle right here. Henry Ponting on pace for a clear. He's got the time to try out the obstacle possibly a couple of times. You can see him shaking out, maybe a bit tired to this point as well. But now here he goes. It looks like he's going towards those holes, or a massive Lachey lane over to the buzzer with the PVC pipes from earlier, kind of rounding out all of the buzzer hits. Oh no! It seems like there's a little nunchuck there in the middle. So he's going to have to try his best to gain a bit of height.
Yeah, so far this has been an incredible run from Henry, but this is a big challenge that he has because you know he's got to be feeling it right now. His arms, his hands, his grip, super tired, and he's got to get a really big swing and get his hands there so fast.
Oh, but that's it. I think he had nothing in the tank at this point. Henry has put his all into that course, and that's rightfully put him into third place as well. And with that, he has also locked himself a spot on the podium as well. So that means Henry Ponting and Benjamin Hernandez are going to Motus Ninjas in November for the championships, for the Premier Series finals. So that's very exciting for both of them. But we still have a competition left to host right here for both Leo Bronov and Oliver Wallman, our final two competitors in the kids male division.
Yeah, definitely for Leo and Oliver, the two upcoming and final athletes for this group. After seeing Henry's run right there, I bet you they're feeling a bit motivated. Hopefully, I'm not sure if they're even feeling a little pressure, but they know how far they've got to go. He did that so well. I mean, he was just that short from clearing this entire course, which again is a very difficult course. So you know that they realize they've got their work cut out for them.
Indeed, so they've got to put that all into every little move that this Rise at the Warehouse Challenge course has for them. And then starting out with Leo Bronov in just a minute, it's going to be quite the ride for him. He's at the status of Grand Champion as well in terms of the World Ninja League ranking system. So I'm very excited to see how he fares right here on our course.
As we're waiting, Billy, one thing to say, just even starting with a balance obstacle like this, it doesn't look like a lot, but you've got the energy, you've got the nerves going. Sometimes doing a delicate balance obstacle can be quite tricky.
Indeed, so Leo coming through with a lot of power right here. Some very good stuff out here from what we can see. Leo is definitely looking for one of those top titles for the day. He could definitely get either first or second if he tries, which I'm sure that he will.
I definitely like Leo's attire, those socks. Very, very nice.
Very nice there. Now, it's interesting to note that Leo Bronov actually got 9th place at the WNL World Championships last month in Greensboro. Made it to stage 3 and failed the second half of the bogey obstacle. So this guy knows how to hang for quite a while. So he's got to channel in all of that energy into completing this challenge course.
And I will say, Billy, that's where the experience really comes into play on a course like this. He obviously
Indeed
has done
so.
very well in the past, and that experience really just helps him hone in a little more on this course.
You can see here, Leo, very, very well done here. 40 seconds almost ahead of Henry Ponting to this point. 2.5 minutes left coming into the pegs right here is an outstanding stat to have.
Yeah, these young males, they are really impressing me because even with Henry, I was like, oh, he's doing really good. Who can top this? And right now, Leo is going even faster.
Leo coming in now. There we go. Gets the dismount as well. Now he's going to be coming into this little cliff line right here. Going to line himself up, ready to go for it. Turning around on the truss. And is moving along very smoothly so far. Getting his swings in play. Trying his best right here. Utilizing the bar in front of him. Gets the grab too. Under 100 seconds left on the clock, but Leo is still moving with a great sense of urgency. And he has made it to the final obstacle. And he has guaranteed himself second place right here. He's chalking up ready before it. He knows what's expected of him right here. This is the same line of laches that we had for the placement course earlier on, but now with an added nunchuck. So now Leo on that PVC pipe. Gets the grab on that vertical hold. Now just under 65 seconds left as he comes in to a couple of links. And there we go. Leo Bronov, our first challenge course clear of the day. Absolutely immense stuff right there. Super, super well done.
Yeah, he really made that look quite simple. He didn't really look tired at all. I didn't notice him shaking out his forearms at all. He didn't even seem to be breathing really that hard. That was a really, really impressive run from Leo.
Indeed, it was. Absolutely insane. There we go. Leo Bronov has officially gotten his place at the Motus Final. Super excited to see him there to show off his skills in the grand scheme of the kids' male division. And last up is going to be Oliver Wallman. Oliver placed, I believe, 5th. Yes, he got 5th place at the World Championships this year at Greensboro. Okay, he went for the skip as well. Same strat as Benjamin, I want to say. But now he's going to try again. Oliver Wallman playing it safe. Gonna get that link, hits it very well. And now he's moving along through the traversing here, upper body on the rings and dangling holds. Now Oliver could be 2 for 2 on buzzers possibly when it comes to the Premier Series qualifier here at Rise at the Warehouse. Travis, I think a buzzer is definitely going to happen here for Oliver Wallman.
Yeah, I agree, Billy. I think he will be able to hit that buzzer. You can see, though, he is trying to go quick. Obviously, he's wanting to try to beat Leo's time, but that's where sometimes a little too much quickness can make you rush here or there and make a silly mistake. So we'll see how Oliver handles this.
He's handling things very well there. He's linking basically everything he sees as well. He linked those cliff laches and that massive padlock move. And even with that small slip up at the start, he is 8 seconds ahead of Leo Bronov to this point as well. Sets himself up for that boot scoop. Professionally well done there. Now 2 minutes 40 left on the clock, about the same point in time as Leo from earlier. So now he's going to take a bit of time. Oh, very, very gutsy moves here. Skipping pegs on PVCs.
Yeah, the level of aggressiveness on display from Oliver, it's something to see. I mean, he is just really attacking this course, showing so much confidence. Clearly, he is well conditioned. So kudos to any coaches or training mates that he's got. He's very well conditioned.
Indeed so. Now he's just brachiating through these last couple of cliff holds right here. Just under 2 minutes. Dismounting here. And now he's going to go on towards the final obstacle. He is 20 seconds ahead of Leo to this point, which means if he's able to clear this Lachey lane first try, he will be the kids' male winner at Rise at the Warehouse. Links the first PVC pipe grab, now just needs to gather a bit more momentum to grab the hold. Ooh! Super, super close there. The hand placement was there. The timer freezes, but I think because he fell at quite a quick time, it's going to be up in the air on who gets first. It could be Leo, it could be Oliver.
Yeah, and he has quite the challenge right now. You could see him kind of grimacing in pain. My guess is he probably got a bit of a burn as he slid down that hold. But this is where he's learning to overcome that type of thing and really focus in and try to finish this obstacle.
One more attempt out here for Oliver. No! Super, super close there. Couldn't grab on. I think he just ran out of gas at the very end right there. Still going to be going over to Motus for the finals in November. Put up such an incredible run throughout every single obstacle he had. So smooth on everything that he had there. And just the final hurdle slips up on that vertical hold. And just like that, that has now wrapped up our qualifier here for the kids division. And that is your starting cast for the kids division, for the Americans, that is, in Premier Series. We've got Leo Bronov in first place with our lone clear, followed by Oliver Wallman, Henry Ponting, and Benjamin Hernandez Gonzalez. Absolutely incredible from all of these guys. We will see them down at Motus for the Premier Series finals in 2025. Along with the rest of our female crew, we had Liliana Tames, Elise Hamilton, Emma Zavala, and Anna Caro Ugalde Tehran. Absolutely insane from all of these guys. Well done to all of them. Taking the trip out here to Texas might be a long way compared to some for others. But yeah, absolutely great way to start out our weekend out here at Rise. Travis, what are your final thoughts?
I was so impressed. Everybody did so well. For the females, Liliana Tames, she really went so far. And the male finishers, only one finisher, Leo, so impressive. I think they really have set the bar high for this entire weekend's competition. So the other age groups, it's going to be a good weekend for some ninja action.
Absolutely. I'm very, very excited to see how things go after this. Due to that, we are going to be having a look at what is still left to come for the weekend. We've got our mature kids division that is going to be starting very, very soon, in just a couple of moments, I think. And then after that is going to be our amateur division, which is going to start at around 6:30 p.m. EST. And then tomorrow, the action continues at Rise at the Warehouse, where we have our preteen division starting things off at 1:30 p.m. Eastern. And then the teens will follow at 4 p.m. Eastern, then finishing out with our elite division at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. From Billy Dixon and Travis Rosen, we have been your commentators for the kids division here at Rise at the Warehouse, and we will see you next time.